A recent trip to the south part of Morocco, around the town called Tafraout, provided me the real opportunity to explore an area of real dark skies and see the Milky Way and all the stars that maybe you wouldn't have the opportunity to see in more northern areas and perhaps parts of Europe with more light pollution. I think certainly trying to obtain really high quality images of the Milky Way and that above our heads is always a challenge, especially more light polluted areas. For me, trying to get a handle on all the nuances of astrophotography is tough. It's a real learning curve. I think one of the hardest things I found is trying to combine several different elements and factors such as optimal sky conditions of darkness, a set moon, lack of humidity, and at the same time trying to establish the areas of low light pollution and exposure, knowing where the Milky Way or your star map's going to be in relation to your geographical landmarks. And I think for me it's the composition of the shot that's always the biggest challenge, trying to frame up a really good foreground, something of interest that I guess provides excitement and wonder to the viewer or the person looking at the photograph. I think this part of Morocco interests me. I came to this area called the Les Roches Paint, or the Painted Rocks, where I'd been through the previous couple of days on a big hike and realised actually some of the bizarre and very strange features, the painted rocks that had been done by a Belgian artist in the 1980s. As I said before, some people love these painted rocks, others hate them, but it really excited me as something to try and photograph and to compose into a frame with a background of a Milky Way shot. Anyway, the plan was definitely to find somewhere good to bed down and camp. And it took me a good hour or two to find a framed up shot that I thought would be worthwhile. And as you can see, involved a little bit of clambering and scrambling up some boulders and through the hills, and just waiting it out really till the sun dropped and looking at the PhotoPills app and knowing exactly where the Milky Way was going to be. And my original shot and composition never made it to the final frame, and actually like a lot of things, the element of spontaneity and the impulse to do something different at the time took over,